going to see that in fact indeed there is a CC first. He's actually going to go for the low ground CC first as well, so Bobby Flay feeling a little bit brave. We've got a hatch first coming out from Jim Rising as well, so it goes in. It's going to do a little bit of kind of drone harass, but while this is going on and it's kind of a bit tame at the moment, guys, do remember, if you enjoy our casting tonight, we are Poison TV. We are doing a lot of North American stuff here. And we also have YouTube content which you can check out. All these VODs will be up on YouTube as of tomorrow morning. We've just finished casting the ESL Late Night Cup. We have done a huge marathon casting spree, so please stay with us, guys. Show us your support. We really enjoy doing it, and we really enjoy bringing you great Starcraft content. Anyway, we do have a pull, no gas coming down for Jim Rising yet, but we do have this racks coming down, followed by the singular gas, right? And this seems to be the very norm standard flavour of Terran versus Zerg right now, much like the Forge Fast Expand and the Gander Gate FE. This is what we tend to see. He was a little bit brave here, taking a bit of a risk, putting the command center on the low ground, and I always think, why do that when, you know, for the sake of a temple, which you could lose a game, just build it on the high ground. You don't really lose that much on the whole income front. But anyway, I see we've got a couple of XP players in the chat, so hello to you guys, and of course if there's any KLG players, hello to them as well. Now, we see the Marine coming down. We see a barracks immediately coming down before the second supply depot. I like this option. It's safe in case there is some of those slow ling harass. We have Double Queen coming down behind for Jim Rising as well. And there we go. So we have the orbital commands are going to be finishing on up, and the double mules, there we go, going into the main. Some players prefer to drop the double mules into the main, so obviously they're safer if there is any aggression, but of course the disadvantage to that is that you will mine out your main a lot quicker. Now the Marine going into the bunker. We have a factory coming down, being very standard right now. No second gas, so this is generally a sign that we're going to see a double racks behind this, or indeed we are going to see a third command center. Now I don't know anything about these guys' styles, so do again fill me in, and you know, we can see if they're going to give a macro player or an aggressive player together as we follow these two great teams through the night tonight. And this is of course a best of 7, and KLG are currently 1-0 up. Jim Rising, a Grandmaster player, and we have Bobby Flay. I don't know if he's Grandmaster, but nonetheless does look like he knows what he's doing, so maybe in the High Masters region. So double gas coming down for Jim Rising. No sign of a third coming down just yet, and that is a lot of gas. We see a third extractor on the way, so doesn't look like it's going to be any kind of aggression coming out just yet. But look at this TLO style kind of forward creep here. So you build a hatch, you cancel it, then you put the creep tumor on it, and you actually get a very fast forward creep spread. I like this wall from Bobby Flay as well, you know, prioritizing for defense. And now the second gas coming down. Stim will be shortly starting up here, lining up nicely with this second gas and the third command center as well. Now of course Bobby Flay's going to go in, scout this double Hellion going on in, and see that this creep is actually very far ahead right now. You're probably wondering, hello, what's going on here? It's not usually this fast. And yeah, this tactic was started by TLO, European player. He plays in no grid. I'm sure you've all heard of him and love him. Now we have a double engineering bait coming down behind this. The stim is started as well. We have some drones going towards the third double extractor and a third hatchery coming on down. Look at this. Yeah, Hellions just a moment zooming around, don't really know what to do with this big creep wall. They don't realise that there actually is no creep behind this, but I say, if this carries on, it's going to be almost at his third by the time he actually does his kind of mid-game 10-minute push. 1-1 starting for our Terran, and for our Zerg friend, we don't actually have any upgrades coming up, but we do have a very fast Spire. That lair already finishing up, actually even starting the Spire before gas, so really taking as many shortcuts as he can, and he can do, because obviously this creep here is acting as like almost a barricade, a psychological barricade should we call it, because he doesn't really want to push out beyond it, because he may get snared by Zerglings. He doesn't really know what's going on behind this. So yeah, I set a nice little build here from Jim Rising. We've got the armory coming down, lining up quite nicely with the double upgrade, so your upgrades. They get halfway through your engineering bay, then you throw down the armory. So when, of course, you get that 1-1 finishing, you start that 2-2 immediately. We see a lot of racks behind this as well. We see that the factory is being used for the reactor instead of going for that early Widow Mine production, but it does mean he's going to have add-ons a lot quicker. Starport will be finished, and this kind of timing generally lines up quite nicely for a big 10-minute kind of bio medivac push with 1-1. We see the third command center also coming down. They say the spy is finished and we have 12 mutas on the way, which actually going to hit a little bit before we have any kind of severe muta count. So for a while it's going to be a little bit annoying for our Terran friend, especially with the fact that he hasn't got any turrets up right now. So Lings at the front, still no upgrades coming out for our Zerg friend either, which is slightly worrying. May signify that we're going to see a lot of either mutas or may just be going for a big 3-base aggression build. Now there we go, double extractor coming down behind this and the bending list, so just everything slightly delayed to get these mutalisks out. And if we follow these mutalisks, we can see them pushing on in. We do have at the meantime a bio helium force coming in. He's going to look to kind of kill off some of this creep for sure, but now the mutas are coming in and there's not much at home to defend from this. There we go, in they come, focusing down that combat shield, which is going to be oh so essential at fighting off these marines. There we go. That means now that these marines died to 2 baning hits. Nice connect here from those mutants, and they're doing tons of damage right now. We look at the SCV kills, it's already up to 10, 11, 13 massive amounts of muta kills right now. They're just going in everywhere, and of course with that combat shield, these mutas can even take on these low marine numbers as well. Focusing down a mule there, nice job, and he's just running between all of these, forcing out stims as well. We have double turret though in the third though, so the mutas aren't going to want to be engaging these so much, but of course these mutas did a great job, of course, keeping back all of these bioforces. Now we have a look at the total worker count lost. It is currently 20 workers killed for our friend Jim Rising, so he has done a real good job. Of course, it's still this big blobby bioforce right now he needs to take care of. And here we go, in comes the engagement, big blast from the Hellions are coming in just to focus down a lot of those lurklings. A big stim from the Marines. Still, this creep is absolutely everywhere. Jim Rising, of course, using that tactic to really get forward, and you can see how Bobby Flay, he doesn't want to engage on the creep because he knows that the Zerg is going to have that much more extra speed. We've got tons of marines that are coming out now. We do have the Widow Mines finally being added to this composition, which is what he's going to need to take on this composition. 1-1 is not finished yet for Jim Rising, and actually, even though we had a lot of damage taken here, 2-2 is about to finish, and we could see a very, very nice timing from Bobby Flay. Combat shield is not done, and there isn't a great amount of Widow Mines here. Just see him kind of hanging about at the moment. Jim Rising taking down one of the Widow Mines here. Again, this worrying thing is that this isn't this combat shield, so maybe we're going to see Bobby Flay just kind of hang back and wait till combat shield finishes before he engages on, because he's got quite a big window here. 1-1 isn't finished, and his 2-2 is definitely well on the way to being completed before we see any kind of Zerg upgrade advantage kicking on in. No sign of a third coming down for our Terran either. 3-3 now starting for Bobby Flay, so he is like really ahead on the upgrade front here, even though he did get that nice eco damage. A lot of Banelings coming on in. Jim Rising looking for that perfect opportune time. I like the fact that Bobby Flay isn't committing just yet. He's just waiting, kind of sniping off that creep bit by bit, buying his, kind of wading his way slowly in rather than making any big large rash mistakes. But of course Jim Rising is he's taking good opportune moment. He's macroing up behind this. No sign of infestation pit here, so 2-2 won't be there, but the plasteel tag is going to be there on top of this. And again, sniping off a few of those Hellions. Got some turrets on the way, and so many marines at the moment, 11 marines. Now Jim Rising getting into good position. Now with this Bioforce, there isn't actually that many Widow Mines. Oh my goodness me, here comes the connect. How good are Bobby Flay's split? Big connect coming in there, cutting off half of those marines there. Absolutely gibbing all of those marines, even with combat shield, but those upgrades are so good. So Bobby Flay can just get those good splits, he'll be in fantastic shape. Anyway, poking in on again. Widow Mines are now burning. Nice little forward stim there with the marines. Now he's getting some big, better splits. All these are working much better for Bobby Flay. They do get nice connect. still a few banelings though left over. In comes again Big Sim, but the banelings are wrapping around absolutely everything, and they're showing teams through all of these Marines. But the upgrades are so good, even with these great trades. I still feel that these Marines are going to be really difficult to deal with. Behind this is a huge fire force for Bobby Flake. So, even though Jim Rising did do a nice job to kind of hold that off, he still is on a deficit of the upgrades. He's chasing down his bed of X, which is a nice little move for him. Bobby Flake not getting any thirds, now going for that Widow Mine Borrow upgrade. And wow, look at this, another big stim trying to shoo away these mutas, but Jim Rising is just like, he's on a hair trigger. As soon as these mutas are in danger, he's like bang, they're going straight back. Baneling button is spamming away there, and he's preparing for the next wave. So he's actually done a really good job. Even though he had the upgrade deficit, he's actually looking very, very comfortable. He you know, now driving in again, Bobby Flake, forward stim there, Widow Mines firing, but there aren't that many Widow Mines here. Now he's looking to get a better split, and he gets a better engage this time. The first time, Jim Rising got a massive surround on this. Now slowly but surely, just ticking away on this hatchery. Here comes the engage, nice wrap around. Oh my god, the basic connector absolutely huge, and Jim Rising took a very, very convincing win there. So that takes a score for our player KLG 2-0, and our players XT are still looking for their first point in the SCA Team League. And while we wait for the next game, guys, we're going to put on some more music. Do remember, click that follow button if you are enjoying the casting and the amazing production done by Alex in the background, who you can't hear, but he's doing a fantastic job, and he is staying up with me tonight, so I really, really do appreciate that from him. And if you appreciate it too, do click that follow button, because he's the one doing this amazing camera work tonight. So see you in a bit, enjoy the music, and this is Poison TV.